You think your swing sucks? Wrong. You've got great potential. You're just making the same 3 mistakes most hitters do, and you're doing it over and over and over again. Fix these today, and I promise you'll feel dangerous again in the box. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Ian Miller, and I was a 9-hole hitter and college walk-on who made it to the big leagues. And I was an underdog just like you, dude. Being around some of the best hitters in the game, I learned something. I did a lot of watching and learning from these guys in my career, and I just came to a conclusion. It just snapped for me one day. The biggest breakthroughs at the plate come from eliminating things and making things easier rather than implementing things and trying new things, piling things on. Okay, 2017, I had just come off of another year of struggling in AA, and I was wondering what I could do in order to maximize my game and get to the next level, man. My swing wasn't very good. I had a pretty decent approach, but my swing was not very good, man. I was doing a lot of soft contact. I was hitting a lot of things off the end. I was getting jammed a whole bunch. 2017 was Jarrod Dyson's first and I believe only year in a Seattle Mariners uniform, and seeing him going about his business in spring training, I was like, dude, this guy is going to play for, 8 to 10 years in the big leagues, and like, he's not bigger than me. I don't necessarily think he's that much better than me, right? I need to believe that, in my opinion, because that's what we need to do as baseball players. We need to be confident in our ability and what we're capable of doing. But seeing Jarrod Dyson, who had won a World Series and changed the trajectory of a playoff team, like it created momentum on the bases and with small ball, I'm seeing how this dude goes about his business, and I'm like, what makes him so good, man? What makes this guy so good? Okay, seeing Jarrod Dyson choke up on the bat, get up on the plate, and just have control of the barrel, almost like a 2-strike approach. I was like, hey, Jarrod, why do you do that? What is going on? And like, what can you do to help me in my swing and what I'm doing? And he said, I choke up on the bat because I'm trying to hit the ball on the barrel. And the majority of my contact is either at the end of the bat, right? I hit it off the end and I hit it softly in the infield, or I get jammed because I am right on top of the plate. So I want to choke up and I want to swing nice and easy, almost like 60, 70%, so that if I choke up, with this nice and easy swing, I can deliver a smooth, good pass on the baseball, and the majority of that, my misses are going to be more on the barrel than anything else. And I was absolutely mind blown. I had no idea what he was talking about, but I immediately took it in to like my training and my routine and my practice the next day. And then pretty soon I was implementing it into the games in spring training. And then pretty soon I was bringing it into big league spring training games when I would go back up. And then before you know it, I was doing it on opening day. And I ended up winning the Seattle Mariners minor league hitter of the year that year with like a 330 batting average in AA because of this stuff. And it changed my career, man. And it was all because I choked up. I got the barrel out, and instead of getting jammed, I went into a 2-strike approach. I was eliminating things. I was making things easier as opposed to trying to spread out, widen out, get like back, right? Get the hands out, get in a good slot, see the baseball, try to drive it into that gap, see it deep, right? Like, dude, I had no idea what I was trying to do, but seeing him choke up and do a nice, easy swing really just changed things for me. I started implementing it, like I said, and my career took off. So, what are the things that we need to do in order to stop ruining our swing? Fellas, it's more about subtracting as it is adding, okay? So we are there. Let me start over, Eric. I absolutely messed that up, brother. I apologize right there. So there are 3 bad habits that we need to get rid of if we want to stop ruining our swing, if we want to perform to the best of our ability. Bad habit number 1, we need to stop over swinging. We need to have control of our barrel, dude. We need to stay off the top of the net in batting practice, and we need to have control of that barrel. We need to know where it is at all times. We need to practice hitting one-hop line drives that are backspun through the infield in batting practice, and we need to take that from batting practice into the game. When we are grinding, we have a tendency to overswing. When we are in a 2-0 count and we're going to try to do some damage, really drive the baseball, we have a tendency to overswing. When things are not going our way, we have a tendency to grip the bat tighter. We have a tendency to overswing. If you are not where you want to be right now, stop overswinging. That is a bad habit, number one, that we need to start eliminating if we want to start having more success at the plate. Bad habit number two, fellas, we get way too mechanical mid-season. During the season, it is about competing. It is about having quality at bats. It's about seeing ball and hitting ball, okay? Giving our team the best chance to win. Oftentimes, fellas, and I've seen it throughout almost a decade in my professional baseball career, we want to tinker, we want to change stuff up, we want to abandon something after maybe one game or one AB or 1 week, and we are just getting lost in the weeds. We get way too mechanical mid-season. We need to simplify our approach down. Simplify. What is simple? Baseball is insanely hard. Hitting 300 and hitting at a high level is even harder. So what is the most simple thing in the world? Hunting a fastball in the middle of the plate. It is extremely simple. One, it takes care of our timing. It's his fastest pitch. It is the quickest thing from point A to point B. It is the quickest thing we need to get ready for. If we are on time for the fastball, that's what we practice hitting. That's what we're good at hitting. In the middle of the plate, where we are good at hitting it, it eliminates the corners. It eliminates up, down. That is going to simplify everything. Our timing, our intent, well, dude, if there's a man on third base and no outs, we're probably going to be aggressive. We are probably going to take chances. We are going to play fearless baseball. That was my approach, man. I wanted to be simple. Fastball, down the middle, man on third, no outs. Home run to center field, right? Score them. Backspun line drive was my home run. We need to make it as simple as possible, fellas. The bad habit number two that you need to eliminate right now is getting way too hands-on, way too mechanical during the season, okay? We need to compete, we need to keep it easy, and we need to keep it simple so we can go out there and just absolutely see ball, hit ball. Bad habit number three, okay? Poor pitch selection. How many of us fall into this trap? We need to lock in on our visual and we need to lock in on our mental game adjustments. You're thinking about letting the ball get deep. You're thinking about hitting it the other way. You're thinking about letting the ball travel to you. You're thinking about, just letting it get to you. You're thinking about shooting it in the 5.5 hole or the 6 hole, however you want to call it. You're thinking about adjusting your sights and moving it to right center field or left center field, dude. And what happens? We don't see the baseball. We're trying to do something other than see the baseball. We're trying to attack and accomplish something other than see ball, hit ball. And that's exactly what you're doing. You need to go up there in the box and you need to compete to the best of your ability. That's the only thing that matters, gentlemen. The more we think, the more we stink. You are not the exception. I'm sorry. You are not the exception. Starting today, guys, we need to eliminate one bad habit immediately. We need to take it into this week and we need to eliminate it immediately. If we want to get better, it's by the process of elimination and recentering our focus. Eliminate it immediately. Focus each week on one thing you're going to own instead. Okay? Focus each day on what you're going to own instead. Let's eliminate something bad. Let's own something good. Focus on the solution rather than the problem, the thing that is causing us pain or anguish, holding us back, right? For example, dude, if we're too mechanical, right? We get too hands-on during the season. We tinker too much. We're abandoning stuff. Let's see how ridiculously simple we can get your approach this week, starting right now, starting today. If you immediately want to change up your swing and approach and try to do something different after every game you catch an 0 for 4, starting today, commit to making the most simple approach possible and executing on it flawlessly. Okay? I hope this is going to help you. This helped me immensely. And these are the things that high-level hitters were able to execute on and the things that you need to get rid of. Okay? You don't need a new swing, dude. You just need better habits. Subscribe for more real fixes like this and jump into the 9-hole newsletter down below. Appreciate you guys being here. Most importantly, fellas, keep grinding.